All right, so this is a Naya Dinosaurs deck that generates infinite polymorph raptors with Forerunner of the Empire. So Forerunner of the Empire says, whenever Forerunner of the Empire enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a dinosaur, reveal it, and then put it on top. And then whenever a dinosaur enters the battlefield under your control, this deals 1 damage to each creature. So each raptors make more raptors, and Chance for Glory makes your Forerunner indestructible. So that way your Forerunner can't die, so it can keep making more and more and more raptors. So even without Chance for Glory, Raptor into Forerunner gives you a lot of dinosaurs in play. So it gives you a pretty good solid number of dinosaurs. But with indestructible either from Chance for Glory or Song of Freyalise, you can go actual infinite. I have no idea how well the client handles this. If we do pull the full infinite together, I do intend to make dinosaurs until the client crashes at least once. I don't intend to do it every time if we pull it together, but if we pull the combo together, I intend to make dinosaurs until the client crashes at least one time. This is why you're my favorite streamer. What's going on, Do Awful? Thanks for the biddies. If you crash the client, I'll get you 1,000 bits. I've done way more for way less than that. You're on. Hey, look at the adorable little Raptor Hatchling. Watsy, we plan to break you. Maybe I'm supposed to play this on 2 just because Ripjaw could have come down on 3. He's about to get, like, Doombladed and die. Clem, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. There's a 100% in the crash client bounty. I'll be here for 45 minutes. Got it. Keep me honest, I might have to jump off for work. Sounds good. Thanks everyone for hanging out today. Thanks to everybody that stuck through my short OBS vomit there. We've got this deck and then one more, so we went for another 3 hours or so today. All right, that's pretty good. Attack for 1 here. Oh, come on, Arena. You're not gonna do this now, are you? The old OBS dump into the arena ready for a nap? Z's. I'm gonna grab my dino here and then we'll restart. It's been about 3 hours since we did that. Sounds right. Well, it doesn't crash when the audio freaks out. It just goes wacky. The sponsors love when the audio distorts though. The sponsor's favorite part of the stream. These people are great. Buy their stuff. These people, all so great. Consider buying their stuff. Back to the magic. I like how it like plays the sound effects on all of the different things. Get this Ripjaw down pre-combat so we can back up for 3. Yeah, the only thing that doesn't work under Wine on Arena is the what's it called? The updater doesn't work. So every time there's an update, I just reinstall. You can see now why they're paying you the big money. Exactly. That's why I got the partnership. Duh. We chill with the best of them. You know what's funny? The like pseudo pathetic shilling there of like pulling them up and saying, hey, buy their stuff. That's probably arguably better direct plug for advertisers than most streamers give.
I am not going to sit this one out.
That's sad. Yes, I'm coming to you live in Technicolor from a Linux system. Tap free, love tap. Put them down to 8.
No more games. Don't make another move.
Azcanta's still not flipping yet. That's good from us. Funny man on the talking box. Why does your voice sound different than the people who live near me? Why doesn't everybody in the world sound the same? I don't understand, talking box man. Please talk different. Talk different, talking box man. Dorky Dead Media. Everyone acts like they're not for sale. You do something every day that you hate for money. It's called a job. Grow up and quit crying. Sponsored by company here. Thanks for the bits, Dorky Dead. Talk like me, Mr. Talking Box Man. It makes me uncomfortable when people are different. Our poor little drovers, they just wanna herd the mighty. They're just all the mighty dinos keep dying. They've got the Azcant online here. Yeah, I think we need to dispel one of these last 2 turns. Hey, experienced my first timeout? Of course, RMN. Welcome to a live one. Okay, well that's definitely going better than expected. The old search into another search. MTG Mailing, thanks for the brand new Prime support. I appreciate you shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. Welcome back, or welcome. I know you've been around here before. Just a friendly heads up, or actually a not so friendly heads up. One of the people that was recently, that was a permanent ban. The use of the word retarded in the derogatory sense is not welcome in my channel. So you can bugger off. Have a little respect and empathy for people that are different than you. Although, I'm not really surprised that the person who decided to use that word in that way was also someone who was, like, upset that my voice sounds different than theirs. Because they obviously lacked empathy if that's a problem for them. We're pretty dead here, right? We're just, like, not beating this Vana. They're gonna get to attack and then start shooting my things. Maybe, let's wait and see what they do. They could have a counterspell here, though, too. The Azcant is pretty rough. Maybe I'm just supposed to grab Carnage Tyrant. Yeah, maybe Carnage Tyrant's just better. Never. JK had the soul read on the detection tower. Had the soul read on the detection tower. I'm alone at Disney today, so wish me luck and not getting paired with any smelly strangers on Thunder Mountain. Good luck, God bless. I believe the normal subscribe link lets you use the Prime sub. Velik, thank you very much for the 11-month resub. I appreciate that. Otherwise, if you're on mobile on iOS, you have to load up the My Twitch page in your browser, your mobile browser, and click desktop mode. So if we dodge the counterspell and dodge a sweeper, we can dodge a ball. We unfortunately cannot dodge a ball. I don't play ranked because for two reasons. One, the current ranked system doesn't really give any meaningful prizes. So there's not really an incentive to play it. And two, I really don't enjoy playing Magic as a best of one format. So I like to play the best of three modes. Happy Monday. Hope you had a nice weekend. I did, Hurley. Hope you had a good weekend at the Open. I don't think we do have a ranked command. Feel free to make one, mimicking what I just said there. All right, so what are we supposed to do here? So I boarded in a bunch of extra threats. I think I'm supposed to trim Llanowar Elves and just be a little bit slower, but have a higher actual action density in my deck. Song of Freyalise cuts out for a similar reason. Raptor Hatchling's actually pretty rancid, right? Leaving a couple of elves, because they're never dealing damage to this, basically. Let's give this a go. Maybe the Shalai is better than an elf. I don't know, 2 ramp spells, 6 ramp spells is probably fine. Shalai does not stop counterspells. Shalai does, however, stop Settle the Wreckage, though. How many dollars does it cost for me to send you a deck list if you play it the very next day? The answer to that question is that it varies. So, each point in my deck queue system is $1. So it depends on what the top deck in the deck queue is going to be for the next day. So, for instance, for standard, the top deck after I get done playing today is going to have 25 points. So if you wanted your deck played first thing tomorrow, assuming other people haven't bumped up anything, about $25 looks like would get you played tomorrow, because I play 4 to 5 decks per day. If you wanted a modern deck played tomorrow, the modern queue is backed up more than that. The modern queue probably need a it looks like a $50 donation would probably get you into modern tomorrow. And you can always find the deck queue and all the points that decks are currently at listed on my website. Keep in mind that the decks that we're currently playing today are still listed in there, and it'll be deleted after I'm done streaming for the day. So it's pretty good. Adventurous Impulse can hopefully help us find our 3rd land, and then we just curve Drover into Ripjaw. Best of 1 Magic on Arena beats watching KCI. That's like saying it's better than slamming your hand in the car door, right? It's like factually correct, but it still sucks. What's going on, DeFreaky? It's the least worst decision, exactly. We modern on Arena for KCI, best of 1, that's great. So is Tournament Magic completely unbalanced, hence forced KCI in the quarterfinals? So Modern is a different format than what we're playing here right now, and I would argue in response to your question that yes, Modern as a format is not particularly well balanced, and there's decks like KCI and probably a couple other decks in Modern that are much better than a lot of the other decks that people play in the format. One of the things that you have to understand about Modern as a format too, especially if you're new to Magic, is that paper Modern decks tend to range in price from a cheap Modern deck is upwards of $600 a lot of the time, and there's a lot of different decks in Modern that cost you know, $1,000 or even $2,000. So when someone has a deck, even if it gets worse, people generally don't change decks. So even when there's a deck like KCI that's much better than everything else in Modern, not everybody starts playing it because it's very expensive for them to change to it. What do you think about a record tracker on stream? I think a record tracker on stream is meaningless because knowing this deck won this many games of Magic isn't meaningful and telling you how the deck really performed. I've been 4-0 with a deck before and been, oh, this deck is terrible. And I've been 0-2 with a deck before and thought to myself, there's really something here and I need to play this deck some more and get a better feel for it. Yeah, I've been really happy with Drover. Python, can you change the rank command to have it say best of one isn't a format that I enjoy? I think saying best of one isn't Magic is a little bit inflammatory and not my feelings on it. They have a detection tower, which is how they killed Carnage Tyrant. Playing the Polyraptor here uses all my mana, and it doesn't play into a Settle the Wreckage, which is a chance that something they have this turn. Hey, that animation is weird. You think KCI is better, that Matt Nass is the best player at playing a list? I think KCI is very good. I think Magic has enough variance in it that if any tournament player over a reasonable number of games is averaging an 80+ win percentage, that deck is too good. Perfect, Pythrion. Thank you. KCI stands for Croc Clan Ironworks. It's the name of a deck in Magic's Modern format, which is one of Magic's older non-rotating formats, and it had 4 of the top 8 slots in the Modern Grand Prix that was this past weekend. Sure. All right, sweet. Well, that means they don't have Settle the Wreckage up next turn.
I'm known for my
good chance this Chance for Glory wins the game. They're dead on board.
much more malleable than people think.
They're dead on board. I feel like this is how the control matchup's likely to go with this deck a lot of the time. I think it's going to be rare that we combo anyways with our 3-card combo, but I think the control matchup, especially the games we win, are going to be ones where we just like are a fair mid-range deck. So honestly, I think people talking about fixing Modern, like making Modern fair, isn't something that is going to happen. Honestly, I hope they just lean into Modern being this degenerate linear deck cluster and just like put other awesome linear things into the format. Give us Splinter Twin, give us Pod, give us Stoneforge, etc. Hey, Silzum, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. I wouldn't ban anything in this format. I would just unban stuff in Modern. I would unban 2 or 3 cards, see how it shakes out for 6 months, and then reassess. the need for allowing prize splits. Listen, as someone who is incapable of winning a Magic tournament, if they didn't allow Magic players to split prizes in tournament Magic, I'd have gone broke traveling to play the Open Series. As a professional quarterfinalist, God bless legal prize splits. They're wonderful. Oh, tilt. Punished for playing my tapped land on one. Look at that, stupid hogland. Should have played Plains on one. Could have played Sunpetal Grove on two. It's a pretty big mistake. We're gonna be behind now. Alright, it mostly worked itself out. Did I ever get my prize split from Indy? Yep, I have never had anybody screw me on a personal prize split, which is great. I'm sure other people have been screwed on personal prize splits before, so having never been screwed on a personal prize split, I've had people I've never met before agree to a price split, and I'm like, cut me a PayPal or a check for, you know, like $1,200 or $2,000, you know, down the line once they get their money in. People are generally more honest than a lot of people think. Look at that. Almost punted, have turn 4 Carnage Tyrant. God bless. Yes, it's the ones that screws someone that you hear more about than the honest ones. And I've probably split with, you know, I traveled to play, I played 25 weekends of tournament Magic every year for 2014, 2015, and 2016. And that's a lot of Magic. So I've split dozens of times with different people. All right, don't kill my board. Is he standing on a Polymorph Raptor? He might be. %? Yeah, it's probably that high or higher. Because when the entire top 8 doesn't split, you can personal split with people too. Like top 8s and top 4s often split for all the prizes for everyone. And then you can personal split past that. All right, who's ready for some hasty dinos out of the hand here? I guess they could have another cast down for Regisaur. If they have a cast down for Regisaur, they could be okay here. If the new non-rotating format will be introduced, does WotC have some plan to not going to turn the same thing that Modern is today? I have no idea. It's kind of hard to predict the future. What's a personal split? It's when you say to your opponent, hey, would you like to split the money that we make in this tournament in this percentages? It can be even. Sometimes it can be like, hey, the winner will get 60% of our winnings, the losers will get 40%, etc. Why do you split? I often ask people for splits because Magic has a lot of variance in it, and I prefer to be conservative. Money, yes. So like the way tournament Magic works, especially once you get to top 8s, is you'll be in positions where like the loser of a match gets $500 and the winner of a match can get like $2,000, $3,000. So like if you and your opponent are both like pretty conservative people and you're like, you want to split this 50-50 and then you get like $3,000 between the two of you and then you each get $1,500, most people are happy with that. And there's obviously some people that aren't happy with that and they no sir the split, and that's fine. You play Magic, you don't split anything. But a lot of people in my experience are willing to split in some manner. Yeah, you still play it out because usually you're playing for not only the trophy, but like SCG points or like an invite to a bigger tournament or something like that too. Hey, Lim Nursery, thanks for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. How are we doing, folks? Welcome to everybody. Thanks for hanging out today. Hope you're having a good Monday wherever you're at in the world. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I stream full-time here on Twitch. I'm here playing Magic 5 days a week, usually during the week, Monday to Friday, about 9 to 5. We play standard best of 3 on Arena basically every afternoon. I play some Modern and some Legacy on Magic Online in the morning. If you find yourself enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Past subscribing, you'd also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Harry's Razors would love to help you get that close, clean shave using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoagleShave. You can save $5 on your brand new starter kit with them. That's as little as $3 there with them, so check out their wonderful product. Neo provides wonderful candy flavored protein bars. I have a wrapper here at the moment because I ate my bar already today. They can save 10% on your bars with them by using code Hoagland at bit.ly/HoagleBar. WS Pata, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo bucks this way this month. Hurley Burley Studios does wonderful professional Magic the Gathering altars. They do border extensions and full art alterations using code Jeff10 at hurleyburleystudio.com. You can save 10% on your orders there and also see much higher quality resolutions than my basic land altars here in my camera. And of course, my altars are protected by none other than my BCW Elite Guard sleeves. Using code Jeff10 at bcwsupplies.com, you can save 10% on sleeves, deck boxes, binders, and all sorts of other fantastic gaming accessories there. And of course, shout out to my wonderful Tempo Storm partners as well. Excited for that partnership to begin this year. DX Racer, Nvidia, Red Bull, and all those other wonderful folks. It's the same way in poker tournaments. I've been a poker pro for 10 years, and chopping is so common, especially top 3 to 4. Yeah. Yep. Do you have to word the question in a specific way? I know you can't ask for a concession due to the rules of the tournament, but is splitting handled differently? You can't say you get this money and you concede the match. Usually, the way splitting works is the split is completely separate from the result of the match. So you're going to play Magic regardless, but you're just talking about what's going to happen to money regardless of what happens with the match. So you could say things like, the winner of this match gets 60% of our winnings, the loser gets 40, combined whatever, 50-50, etc. There's a lot of green sources in our deck. Can I keep this? The hand's like really good if I hit a green source. I'm going to keep this on the draw. Have you seen on Wizard's site, they have $1 million Mythic Invitational listed on Arena at the end of March? Really? Do they have any sort of details there? So it's worth noting too that the Harry's razors are not advertised as head shaving razors. They're explicitly for face shaving. And if you're someone who enjoys supporting my content, and I've been told I'm allowed to say this by the sponsor, the Harry's Razors campaign is actually one of the ones where I get a kickback based on the number of products that get picked up and trade out by people. So a really great way to support my content is to pick up one of their starter kits. I actually could have gotten punished for playing the wrong land on one again, just like played the wrong land on one, snap off, so the second game in a row. Because I'm a big dumb stupid. Yeah, I definitely should lead on the planes there. I was talking and shuffling cards and stuff, and just like, you know, mistakes happen. We did not learn my lesson. Fool me once, etc., etc. Blue-black again, so the Raptor Hatchling's probably not very useful here. Listen, I've got a wonderful beard myself. This down here, I look like a Linux user after a couple of days if I don't use my Harry's razor. The whole neck beard comes in and it's real gross. All right, so I don't have a planes in play yet. I think I just go Forerunner for Carnage Tyrant. All Linux users look like that after a couple hours, basically. It's basically how it works. You gotta keep your true nature hidden. Just gotta get the front part large enough to hide the neck beard. Yeah, that's one of the upsides to playing Impulse. This deck list is a viewer submitted list, so like the details of it are... Oh, that's great, actually. So I can play... Oh, I'm one short of this, actually, huh? Rats. We're gonna decline doing that. What resource should I start with if I want to get into Linux? Just a virtual machine or a set of spare hardware. Just install it and use it. Linux Mint is a great recommendation for a first Linux operating system. Ubuntu LTS. Anything Ubuntu LTS based is great, generally speaking. Thunk, 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 thunk. Super punish for attacking first. If you had to pick one deck to bring to a bigger event, would you pick KCI or Phoenix? KCI, not close. I've not been super impressed with the Phoenix deck. Not been very impressed with the Phoenix deck. It felt just average to me in the games that I've played, just like not doing anything super impressive. I think I just attack with all here again. They're obligated to kill something inside of combat or the game is over. I mean, if you enjoy the Phoenix deck, and it's definitely a good deck and worth playing, like there's a reason why lots of good players are doing well with it. I just, in my opinion and my experience playing the Phoenix deck so far, it doesn't do anything for me that like makes it stand out above all the other linear decks in Modern. It's just like another linear deck. We've not comboed yet. So far, we've just been a Carnage Tyrant ramp deck. But we've also played against Control now for the second match in a row, so like that's playing into it too. Yeah, Thing in the Ice. Thing in the Ice is great. It's a really good card. It feels like it's very similar to Hollowed One. I agree with that assessment. All right, so what do we want to trim? We've got 4 cuts. I need to consider their stupid, what's it called? Their Thief of Sanity. So maybe I want these lava coils. Honestly, maybe I'm just supposed to cut the combo. It's probably just not good against this deck full of interactive cards. I mean, like, Carnage Tyrant's, like, just great against these blue-black decks, right? Like, we played against Esper Control, and now we're playing against this. Yeah, Hatchling's pretty bad, I suppose. Gonna bring in Lava Coils, a cheap Thief answer, and a couple bindings. That seems reasonable. The Forerunner actually isn't terrible in this matchup still, though, because just, like, having more ready access to Carnage Tyrant is just, like, quite fantastic, right? What do we think? Sounds great. Sign me up. You know what? You're not playing a deck with Llanowar Elves in it to mulligan decks that play Llanowar Zone 1. Yeah, Hatchling's a card for the aggressive matchups. If you look at our deck, we don't have a lot of play. We don't have a lot of cheap cards, so... And we played against 2 control decks in a row. So anything, even mid-range matchups the Hatchling's fine in, like against green-black. Mono red, green-black, white aggro, all those matchups make Hatchling very reasonable. That's definitely the secret to never getting your Modern deck banned, is make sure you just, like, only play unplayable Modern decks. You'll never be sad if your deck's bad. Would love to run off a couple of lands here. Oh, I just, like, don't even want to play Forerunner because I just need lands here. Alright, well. Got a target for my lava coil. Okay, sweet. That's a target for my lava coil and a way to get to a Carnage Tyrant next turn, potentially. At the very least, a Regisaur. Bronze, Sublagar, thanks for the sub gifties. I appreciate it. At least there. Also missing land drops. We got that going for us. Well, we're going to draw 2 cards. It's fine. We're going to play Regisaur Alpha and attack them. And then we're going to play Forerunner, get another Regisaur Alpha and attack them. It's A-okay. Hopefully this is going to be one of the many games that will show why Unmoored Ego is unplayable. Forerunner into Ripjaw is interesting. I didn't think about that. That's probably a good suggestion. Yeah, Unmorg actually helped us in that situation. I'm actually going to decline this because I don't want them to get anything with Thief of Sanity. Go. Maybe I should do it just so they can't hold Thief back to block. Like, they have to be attacking here, right? I guess boarding in Lava Coil is, like, good for their Thieves to hit with. All right. I'm going to run to the restroom really quick. And when I get back, we're going to play some more Infinite Dinos. And then we've got some Just Kai Control coming up to wrap things up for the day. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I'll be right back. Can't do anything nice because of Twitch chat. God, you couldn't even behave on my birthday, chat. It's my birthday. Can't you behave for 1 day per year? Seems great. Yeah. Ramp, combo pieces, let's do it. Thanks for the last of them, Dorky Dad. Genesis, thanks for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. They can behave one day a year, it's just not all on the same day. That's fair. Drover of the Mighty Mirror, huh? I think I'm just supposed to play this for now. Maybe I'm supposed to Forerunner plus grab the 4/5 that draws a card on Enrage. Ripjaw Raptor. Or we could just do this in Llanowar Carnage Tyrant on turn 4, God bless. Big dumb dinos. Bum, 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 bum. What do I want to do here, even? I think it's just second Carnage Tyrant tapped land. I'm not really sure. Yep. Subs, PayPal, bits, Patreon, whatever works for you. Don't be picky about how you let people give you money. It's my #1 rule. I just grab another polymorph here. I guess I could play Ripjaw, so I can make some things of my own. I've been playing the Amulet deck in Standard. Has been the best settle I consider. Multiple opponents not swing a lot. Allow me to play instant speed life gain. Yeah, it's fantastic. Thanks, Dorky Dad. Second Carnage Tyrant. Woof. Let's do this, I think. It might be poly time. Is it poly time? I don't know. I think I want to wait until I could combo. We both draw here. I think it's worth letting both of us draw when I have combo pieces to draw too. Hey, Zauzi, thanks for the $25 tip. I appreciate it. Pull up my dashboard here. Please put this sort of build around for Soul Time Merfolk when the new set's out. 10 out of 10 will do. I appreciate that. And, excuse me, I'll actually have access to the new set on January 16th. So a week from this Wednesday, we'll have new set standard on this channel. Well, that's not all they're going to be left with is the issue, right? Like they're going to get to draw a bunch of cards. I guess I get to draw a bunch of cards too. Streamers get early access. A bunch of streamers, like, it's like hundreds of streamers. No, I can only let them draw 2 more cards. The Forerunner's gonna die. Wow, they're just conceding. Okay. Maybe they didn't realize I wasn't infinite. They must not have realized I wasn't infinite, right? Oh, they can't kill Poly because all their stuff is just damage based. That makes sense. There's only going to be 6 raptors, right? I was going to make 1. Oh, it was going to be 8. Yeah, you're right. It is 8. It was unblockable on that board. Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think Settle the Wreckage is good here. I'm going to trim the Song. What else do I want to cut? I want all my bottom end, I think. What am I cutting though? Is Regisaur not good enough? This card's like, it's smaller than all the other dinos, right? I wonder if this card's not good enough. Does that seem crazy? Chance is probably just like a good combat trick too, even. Let's give this a try. Hatchling is cheap, and it blocks twice. Maybe it's worse than Regisaur. I don't know. Oh, Hatchling does technically go infinite, doesn't it? That's funny, because it'll be indestructible. Another month, another batch of Bezo bucks for my favorite esports professional. What's going on, No Lava? Thanks for the 7 months. Welcome back. Yep. Oh, yeah, that's true. Once you hit your third 3/3, yeah, that's true. Here, it doesn't make all your creatures indestructible permanently. It's just the ones that are currently in play. No, you're right. Wow, way to step on my drover. Infected, thank you for the brand new Prime support. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for keeping me employed here. All right. This is my 4/5. Yeah, that's true. You'd kill all their board. You technically get to deal damage to the board infinitely, but you don't make infinite dinosaurs. You just make 3/3/3s. You have another stomp. Brutal. Rude. Little too slow on the draw there with my mono tap land start. We've not full comboed. We won last game by making 8 though. They walked all over us. That they did. That they did. This hand just doesn't do anything, right? I guess it has Settler Wreckage to stay alive. Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Dunk. Yep. Alright, looking for a Drover at this point. Settle for a Carnage Tyrant. It's not even just real Wrath, right? Like, it's like Wrath with upside. It's pretty sweet. Hard to cast, but has upside. Seems really powerful. Raptors! If they have Savage Stomp here, we're gonna get got here a little bit, because then we both draw cards. Yeah, looks like we're getting stepped on. You get to get Carnage Tyrant down next turn, which will help us stabilize the board a little bit, which is nice. Especially since they missed a land drop. They have Double Stomp, they could clear our board and put us behind. Settler Wreckage helps us stay in it a little bit, though. Anyway, they might only have one Stomp, but they're trying to figure out, like, which of our two things they want to hit. Vivian, really? Okay.
I've lost so much already. I won't lose more. Meet my newest friend.
Will the White-Red Land Destruction deck list be on YouTube? Yeah. Yeah, you can also find it in my Stream Decker decks right now. Actually, and it's pretty close to the same list we played the other day. We played that once before. I'm attacking in here and just like offering us both to draw a card, basically. So, both get a thing. Play him a giant Dino. Obviously, a little bit smaller than Galta here, but with Settler Wreckage, I'm not too worried about the Galta.
You can't stop nature.
Yep. I mean, they have Galta in their hand. So, this will be a 12-12. There's upgraded to a tier 2, giving you some biddies. And my nursing school just emailed me saying I didn't fail a class, they had me failing. Jeff is the best good luck charm. Thank you, Ty Craig. I appreciate the support. The opponent draws first in that scenario because when simultaneous triggers are placed on the stack, the active player's triggers always go on the stack first, which means the non-active player's triggers resolve first. And the active player is whoever's current turn it is. So this Vivian ult is a thing that's going to be happening here soon. But I do have Settler Wreckage, so we've got that going for us. That can, like, kind of keep this board in check. Second Galta, yep. Hopefully they just, like, spew everything into play here and then smash hard into the Settler Wreckage. And then we can, like, win with, like, chance for glory. Did I even block here? They have another Gulta in their hand. You think I draw two? Generally watch on YouTube, but I love catching you live. Anarch Fire, thanks for the 2-1-3 sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The problem with this block is it means I'm less likely to be able to kill them with Chance for Glory after I settle them. Is the issue with it? This does do more to encourage an Alpha Strike next turn, that's true. I agree with that assessment. God, and they have the Regisaur too, so like they might just they might like slam even more into this attack. Hey, what's going on, Nick? You're right, it has been a minute. Hope you're having a good one. Yep.
The wilds are my shield.
Yeah, opponent's playing this well. Damn it, opponent! You're supposed to play terribly and attack with everything. How am I supposed to win if you play well, opponent? This is terrible. Well played. Opponent sequenced that game really well. I liked their choices there. Like, read the subtle wreckage, then played around it really well. We need to stop playing decks that don't have removal spells in them. It's really embarrassing getting got by Gulta, because that card's really mediocre against a lot of the good decks in the format. But against our more fringe decks that like don't have good removal spells in them, it's really good. Alright, let the counter spells begin. Alright. Next Wizard's Retort, please. Really? Alright, so you're saying there's a chance. So a deck can be more consistent, but still be a lower power level would be a good example of a way a deck can be consistent, but not necessarily better. So like sometimes a deck's lack of consistency is made up for the fact by like what it's doing is incredibly powerful. So like while it does its thing less often, when it does its thing, it always wins the game. Whereas a more consistent deck can like do its thing, but not be successful and actually win the game. The old deck extension I was using, Pearl, is the same as this one. So the way Twitch extensions work, the other decklist extension is what's called an overlay extension, whereas what the current decklist extension I'm using is called a component extension, because when you're streaming using Arena, the Arena overlay has to be the only component overlay. So basically insert pile of technical jargon, you can't use the other extension and the Arena overlay at the same time. I think this is probably just full combo out. Yes. I agree. I prefer the other decklist extension. I prefer the appearance of the other extension as well, but you can't use it while also using the Arena extension. And the Arena extension is very important and very good. Is Forerunner good just for dealing a damage? I don't know if that's true. How many X1s do they have? They have Siren Stormtamer, Warkite Marauder's not always a 4, and a lot of their things get an extra toughness from Curious Obsession a lot of the time too. Shalai could be okay. They showed us, what's it called though? The Warkite Marauder, which makes flying blockers a lot less good. End result is I'm telling you bad news, yep. There's technical jargon for why it doesn't work, but the end result is it just doesn't work. Duck mustard. Thank you, Slythe. I think using my mana there's a little bit better. I don't know. I guess I could Adventurous Impulse to use my mana too. It's like 6 in one hand, half dozen in the other. Thereabouts. Alright, block me with a 2-2. No 2-2s, God bless. Probably dead here. Need to draw a Carnage Tyrant like ASAP. The Siren Stormtamer here giving us the business. I think mono blue aggro is fine. How good? The answer to your how good is mono blue aggro question is I need to ask you a question first. How good are you at drawing Curious Obsession? If you're good at drawing Curious Obsession, mono blue aggro is unbeatable. If you are less than good at drawing Curious Obsession, I would shy away from it. One of the appeals of the mono blue deck is that it has very powerful run you over draws. Maybe the Forerunners are fine. Let's give them a try, see how it goes. To a degree, Dorky. Like, obviously, like, there's other decks like, say, Jund, for instance, or like Fair decks where, like, obviously you need the right cards, but like there usually isn't like one specific card where like, oh, if I get this card on line, I guaranteed win. Whereas like with Curious Obsession, if you get the one specific card, you're very likely to fully run away with the game. Alright, I'll know. Barely my opponent's being less than good at drawing their good card this game, so that bodes well for us. This Deafening Clarion looking to be pretty good next turn too, because it will kill their board, and it'll turn our 1-1 into a 3-3, and it'll let us draw a card. So we're hoping to dodge, Wizard's Retort next turn. The problem with Shalai is that they have, not only is she slow, but they sweet. All right, well. I get to give lifelink too, I forgot about that. Triggers. All right, so this game's done. Driving in my car, beep beep. Bung. Hit you for 7, down to 8. Bump, bump. So they get to kill my 3/3 here. Wait, really? Okay, deal. For reference, if you're a new Magic player, if you bounce a creature token, the token just goes away. So if they would have Exclusion Maged my 3/3 there, they would have gotten rid of it permanently. Get trampled. I mean, I think they're up a creek without a paddle regardless of what they do here. I think even if they bounce the 3/3 there, they're still pretty far behind, but it's worth commenting on for the people in the audience that might not know that interaction. Let's try one more game here. But I think my wrap up so far is that, believe it or not, trying to make infinite polymorph raptors is just kind of too cute. All the games we've been winning has just been because we're like this Dino mid-range deck that beats people down. Which, if anything, playing this deck has given me more excitement for potentially getting Stomping Ground in the next set when that happens. That way we can have some Dino decks with better mana. Yeah, Jin can make up for some of your Curious Obsession draws, but like the Curious Obsession draw is the best draw in your deck. Perfect. Never didn't have it, etc., etc. We've not fully comboed. So we are taking our last shot at it before we move on to Jeskai Control to wrap things up. Opponent had something come up here. No Spoon, thanks for the birthday wishes. Been watching a ton of your YouTube content and suddenly realized, oh yeah, I can actually watch the stream and see it live. What's going on, Mun? Glad you're enjoying the YouTube stuff. Welcome to a live one. Yeah, we did pseudo combo one game. Alright, it's a good hit. Look at that. This hand was a great example of sometimes when you're looking at a 5 or a 6 card hand, you need to ask yourself the question, what's more likely? Am I more likely to hit with this hand or have a good hand when I further mulligan? And I think the answer to this game was have a good chance with this hand, or hit with this hand. So what do I want to do here? Do I want to play into an Ionize, or do I just want to smack them for 7? I guess want to smack them for 7. Like Ionize / Syncopate can get out of here. No, I said I'd crash the client if we had a chance, so I'm not going to keep playing until we can crash the client. Have Vraska's Contempt here. Yeah, some of us get paid based on how many decks we get through in a day in a roundabout way, so you gotta make sure we work through the queue. Woof. Wow, that's brutal. We might... I'm not sure we can beat that. So how did the front page help out? We peaked at almost 4,700 viewers today, and then we were maintaining like 2,000 for a while, and my OBS crashed, and we jumped down to about 15 to 1,600 where we've been for the rest of the day. Big Domain, happy birthday. Love your stream and the way you interacted with chat. You're super informative. Thanks for the 8 months. I appreciate it. Welcome back. We are going to be, I'm going to have front page segments on Twitch for that 2-hour slot on Monday mornings, every Monday through the rest of the month. So the next 3 Mondays, we'll have that viewer boost on Mondays mornings, which is awesome. Glock DK, thank you very much for the brand new Prime support. Welcome back. Or welcome. Thanks for shipping your Bezo Bucks this way this month. And 8 Mesk, thank you for shipping your Bezo Bucks over here as well. Welcome, welcome. Can't wait for Jeff to be bigger than Ninja. Yeah, that's exactly where this is heading. Happy birthday. Thanks for the great decks and content. Phil Beaumont, thanks for the biddies. I appreciate it. We've not gone full meme yet today, which is marginally disappointing. I have a cheeky tweet about Alex. I don't know anything personally about that. I know exactly what you know, chat. I think my opponent might be having connection issues. Well, we're gonna be short mana to go full combo next turn, right? And my opponent's timing out anyways. This thing still costs 8 mana, chat. You still have to pay 8 manas for that. Oh, technology. All right, let's try one more since we had sadness happen for the end of that one. Ancient Stirrings into a Hardened Scales. Well, I mean, Ancient Stirrings is the best cantrip in Modern, so it's just not quite that good. Yeah, I wonder if the servers are having issues for some people, because they haven't been salty disconnects. Like, we've just been like in the middle of a game that's been back and forth. So I think they've been disconnect rope outs, but you're right, that's the second one we've had today for sure. Well, you don't make infinite 3/3s. Eventually, your triggers kill the other 3/3s. So, like, you nuke their board, but you only get 3 3/3s. In your professional opinion, if you reverse engineer the success of a streamer like Ninja, how much do you think his selection matters versus streamer personality? I mean, like, getting as big as someone like Ninja, like, even getting as big as I am is a variety of things that are just, like, drastically outside of your control for the most part. Like, you know, It's 10% luck, 15% skill. Was it 30% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name? Something like that. The math works out somewhere in that range. I forget exactly. It's written down somewhere, I'm sure. The Forerunners of the Empire have just been, like, incredibly awkward. Just, like, every time we, like, don't have mana to fully combo, they're just, like, sitting here in our hand, chilling like, yo, dog, what's up? Don't you wish you could cast me on this 4-mana spell you can't play? Yeah, I'm only 28. I listened to a lot of Linkin Park and Fort Minor and stuff like that growing up.
Let's see what the wind blows in.
What's going on, Antifreeze? All right, so we get to beep drive our dinosaurs into Ral Zarek at least. Not quite sure what the opponent's doing. I think the Crash Throughs, the Warlord's Fury imply there's some kind of Drake stack.
The search for the unknown. That's real science.
An emo phase? No. Paramore is great. I've made Matt Bamonte listen to way more Paramore than he's probably comfortable with over the years. So I'm giving them a choice of whether or not they want to trade this or let this eat here. I'm also letting them potentially eat this for free if they want.
I remember. Lucky shot.
There's my Pandora station. If you want a sampling of the terrible late 90s, early 2000s music I listened to while at the gym, there's probably some current stuff in there too, but it's mostly terrible late 90s, early 2000s stuff. Let's get the Ripjaw Raptor, shall we? Listen, chat. Like most human beings, I am heavily resistant to change if it's not something that I'm open to changing in. So I use Pandora to listen to my music, okay? It's the same streaming service I've used to listen to my music for the last decade. It's gonna be good enough for the next decade until they shut down, okay? Read. God, what year is it? I don't even know what year it is. All right, we're dead. I'm kind of off this deck. For the geeks out there, Pandora also has a library that lets you access your Pandora radio stations using Python. And I have a pet project that's a Python Pandora radio player on my GitHub that I use on my personal computer. So I might use Pandora a little bit for that reason too. So they caught Bert and CD cheating. Who's surprised? Thanks for the 5 months, Steve. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I clicked a link and fell through into the mid-aughts hot topic. This combo is cute and clunky, like a lot of standard combos. There's just so much good interaction in the format right now that's just really hard to came together. We played a number of matches there. We never really came close to comboing. We at one point had Forerunner plus Polyraptor, and we made 8 of them, and that was good enough to win a game. The thing that really stuck out to me there is we kept drawing Forerunner of the Empire while I was missing land drops and like couldn't afford to play this out because I needed to draw lands, not get dinos. So Yeah, I agree. I think if you're looking to play Carnage Tyrants ahead of curve, just like check out the Jundiners deck that we're playing. If you're really looking to combo, sure, this is cute, but don't expect it to happen very often.